crime and justice that we've been talking about has been factoring into the LA County District Attorney's race.
Incumbent George Gascon was elected 4 years ago on his pledge to reform the criminal justice system. His challenger, Nathan Hochman, says Gascon has gone too far and is soft on criminals. And as you see here, Nathan Hochman right now ahead of Gascon with 61% of the vote.
And we have live team coverage of both campaigns, but we will begin with KCAL's Joy Benedict. She is live at the Hochman event in Beverly Hills. Evening, Joy.
That's right, Pat. And you can hear there's a lot of excitement going on right now in Beverly Hills. Right now we have David Hochman up here on the podium. He is the brother of Nathan Hochman. Nathan, just a few moments from stepping up to that mic already. We've already heard from his wife. We've heard from his son. And of course, a very enthusiastic crowd out here in Beverly Hills. There's about 500 people out here. They are waiting to hear him speak. We've been talking about this for several weeks now, that he's been up 25 to 30 points in the polls for several weeks, several months now. And so as soon as those first round came out of 1.5 million voters that posted to the county's website, they were feeling very confident in what is expected to be a victory speech, saying they were going to start all this at 9 o'clock. And here he is coming up to the podium right now, Nathan Hochman. And he's expected to be very, very excited based on these recent polls. Let's take a listen.
That was amazing. It's times like this when you really have to count your blessings. And you have heard from 3 of the biggest blessings I've ever had. I've been blessed with this brother who truly has been by my side. I mean, he's someone, and my wife was right, at 3 a.m. I want to sleep in that day. My brother's knocking on the door.
Okay, that has to be the audio then, coming from where they are there in Beverly Hills. But as you can see, that's Nathan Hochman talking and applauding right now, but he's got almost over 60% of the vote. And as we've been talking about all night long, especially with this Prop 36, that really is an indicator in itself, Juan, of really how this DA's race was going to go.
That's right. He outpolled Gascon. He also
and it's been
collected
such
a lot more money.
journey.
Let's go now to the audio from the podium.
My brother talks about going up and down this county. We have been to bakeries all over. Wonderful Reuben's Bakeries in Compton, in East Los Angeles, in San Pedro, in Long Beach. We love to eat, apparently. And also, bakeries are getting hard hit by a crime, so we want to visit the bakeries. In Santa Clarita, in the Antelope Valley, in Santa Monica, Rosemead, Artesia, Glendale, Burbank. This is an amazing, amazing county, and we have been on this magical journey. We've met with Black, white, Latino, Asian groups. We've been in Sikh Guadraras, Hindu temples, synagogues. We've been in mosques. We have been in Black churches, Korean churches, Latino churches, Armenian churches, evangelical churches, traveling all over this amazing county, meeting with thousands of people. And the message has constantly been clear. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. They have looked at their safety. And this is safety. It turns out that safety is a crossover issue in our political environment, amongst the demographics out there and the geographics out there, that everyone wants to have a safe environment for themselves and their family. They want to simply go out, not just at night, but during the day, and not have to worry about coming back to a home that's been robbed or a car that's been broken into. They own a store, and so we've met with so many store owners out there. They don't want to have a situation where they can no longer even call the police department because the police department says our hands are tied. So here's what I'm here to tell the police department. Your hands aren't tied anymore. The DA's office will not have a political agenda ruling what goes on and what gets prosecuted. We will go back to just 2 things, the facts and the law. The fact that I even have to say that is shocking. But I have to say that. And what I'd like to do right now, all law enforcement officers or first responders who are here, raise your hands. Put your hands up. And let us all give you a huge thank you. And let me add, everyone who is right now or has been in the district attorney's office who's here, raise your hands and get them out hard. Fantastic. You guys have been on the front lines. I mean, it's been incredible. I mean, with a boss that hasn't had your back, you have been right there doing justice for the residents of this county with your hands tied behind your back. And I'm here to tell you, your hands will no longer be tied. Because what we'll go back to doing from day one, and people say, what is your day one agenda? I will tell you that day one is what you dream about. You literally, if you shouldn't run if you don't dream about your day one. So here's what it's going to look like. I will have the support of the over 750 deputy district attorneys, the over 200 members of the Bureau of Investigation, the hundreds of members of the support staff of the district attorney, because I believe in two common themes. One, that the greatest asset of a DA's office are the people and nothing else. And two, that the greatest responsibility of the DA is to maximize the greatest asset, which is them. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So, on my day one, what you will see is not a DA disregarding the collectively thousands of years of experience that he otherwise could have taken advantage of, but I will be there to listen and to learn and to make intelligently smart decisions based on this collective consensus of what works, what doesn't, and how we're going to fix it. You know, our father basically said that you're born with 2 ears and 1 mouth, which means you've got to listen twice as much as you speak. Unfortunately, our dear district attorney, who's on his way out, did not get this message. I don't know if he was just afraid of you folks, because he came in with no experience and he looked at this incredibly diverse, talented group of prosecutors, and maybe he was just afraid. Well, I'm here to tell you that I'm so looking forward to the opportunity to be your partner in going after criminals in the most fair, impartial, and consistent way we can possibly do it. Now, when I started as a prosecutor, I got the speech from the chief of the criminal division about justice and how justice, being your client, is the best client you're ever going to have. An unrelenting, unforgiving client that is going to make you work nights and weekends to get it right. But if you serve this client to the full extent of your body, heart, and soul, you will never have a better client. Everybody here who is working for the district attorney's office, everyone here who is interrelated with those deputy district attorneys knows exactly what I'm talking, because justice will be our client. That chief of the criminal division added, he said that the prosecution always wins when justice is done. And he pointed out to me that it's not the Supreme Court saying that when you get a conviction, it's when justice is done. And so we will go ahead and get back in the business of justice, making crimes illegal again. Now,
all right, we've been listening to Nathan Hochman, who is apparently will certainly be the projected winner tonight for the DA.